1000 Sisters First Look at Tammy Slaton's Skin Removal Surgery. 1000 Sisters star Tammy Slaton has inspired many people with her 500-pound weight loss. She was able to transform herself after undergoing bariatric surgery in 2022. Since then, she has shown full commitment to her journey, leading to the drastic changes in her body. The latest season features Tammy's journey to having skin removal surgery, and TLC recently released a clip from the moment she finally made her dreams come true. Keep reading to see the clip. 1000 Sisters. Tammy Slaton finally gets approved after huge setbacks. Tammy faced some serious setbacks before getting her excess skin removal surgery. She previously confessed that she was still vaping. But what made Dr. Smith even more worried was Tammy's low protein intake. According to Dr. Smith, having low protein could make it difficult for Tammy's wounds from her past surgery to heal. This puts Tammy's skin removal surgery in jeopardy. But the 1000 Sisters star worked hard, taking the right amount of protein her body needed. During the previous episode, Tammy was finally approved. Dr. Smith was so proud of her progress and is also excited for her surgery. First look at Tammy's skin removal surgery. TLC recently released a clip from Tammy Slaton's skin removal surgery. The video shows one of the surgeons saying that 12 people will work on Tammy, saying that it was a very complex case. Tammy's siblings, Chris, Amy, and Amanda, were also there to show support for Tammy. The 1000 Sisters star couldn't help but get emotional due to the mixed feelings she's having. She's excited but was also scared at the same time. TLC then shared a clip of Tammy being sent to the surgery room with tons of markers on her face, which shows where the surgeries will be performed. There will also be some intense moments during Tammy's surgery. One of them was Amy having a beef with Amanda and Chris, as she continues to prioritize her wedding venue over her sister's sensitive surgery. Amanda also admitted that the atmosphere during Tammy's surgery is filled with fear. 1000 Sisters. Tammy Slaton's shocking transformation behind cameras. Tammy Slaton has also been in touch with the fans on social media, and she may have spoiled the upcoming episode with her newest photo with her girlfriend Andrea. The 1000 Sisters star shared a sweet moment with Andrea, but what caught the attention of many was how the sagging jowl was noticeably gone. She also had a few scars around her neck, indicating that she had successfully undergone excess skin removal surgery. The hospital lights were blindingly white, humming above like a chorus of stereo angels. Tammy Slaton blinked slowly as she was wheeled into the surgical prep room, her hands clasped tightly around a prayer bracelet Amy had given her just that morning. It was smooth, the beads worn from fingers passing over them during hard nights. This morning, the weight of the moment pressed on her more than anything else had, more than the weigh-ins, more than the judgmental looks, more than the silent fears that had kept her captive in her own body. For Tammy, this wasn't just about surgery. This was about rebirth. "I'm proud of you," whispered Misty, who had flown in to support her sister, brushing a lock of hair from Tammy's forehead. "You're gonna feel like a new woman." Tammy managed a smile. Her eyes were watery, but steady. She had come a long way, from the brink of death, from life in a hospital bed where machines had kept her breathing, to now, alive, thriving, and about to shed the physical remains of her past. Earlier that week, TLC cameras followed Tammy to Lexington Medical Center, capturing what fans have waited for over multiple seasons. The beginning of her skin removal surgery journey. It was surreal. Viewers had cheered as she lost over 300 pounds after her gastric bypass surgery. Now the weight loss had left behind heavy folds of excess skin on her arms, her belly, her thighs. A painful and daily reminder of the body that once was. Tammy had always been candid with fans about the struggles. The chafing, the rashes, the soreness, the way the skin slacked when she walked, how it made her feel like she was still carrying the weight. "It's like dragging around bags of who I used to be," she said in her confessional. "I want to let her go, not forget her, but let her rest." Dr. Park, her surgeon, was calm and reassuring during the consultation. "You've done something extraordinary," he told her, pointing to the scans on the screen. "You've saved your own life. Now we're going to help you feel like the new woman you've become." The procedure, he explained, would take multiple hours. First, they would remove the apron of skin from her lower abdomen, nearly 25 pounds of flesh. Then in later phases, the arms and legs would be addressed. Tammy nodded slowly, absorbing the information. She was ready. Nervous, but ready. As the morning of the surgery arrived, TLC's cameras captured the family rallying around her. Amy, now balancing motherhood with her own ongoing weight loss journey, helped Tammy dress in the surgical gown, dabbing tears from her eyes as she laughed, "Don't make me cry, or I'll mess up your eyeliner." Chris, their brother, offered a supportive fist bump. "You got this, sis. Don't go flirting with the doctors while you're knocked out." Tammy chuckled, grateful for the humor, for the distraction. But deep down, the enormity of what was happening sat in her bones. Once in the OR, the lights were softer, kinder. Nurses whispered calmly. Tammy, lying on the table, reached one more time for her bracelet before a nurse took it gently from her hand. As the anesthesia pulled her under, she thought of her old self, the Tammy who had needed oxygen just to sit up, the Tammy who had felt trapped in her own flesh, the Tammy who had cried in silence after every public outing. And then she thought of who she was now, fierce, alive, breathing on her own, walking independently, smiling again. And then everything faded to black. Back in the waiting room, Amy held her phone close, filming a message for the fans. "Y'all, we made it to this moment. Tammy's in surgery. I'm proud. Scared, but proud. She's a warrior. She's more than a number on a scale. She's my big sister. And she's finally stepping into the life she deserves." Hours passed. The family waited. And finally, Dr. Park emerged with a reassuring smile. "She did great. Surgery went exactly as planned. She's in recovery now." Cheers erupted. Amy cried. Chris clapped his hands. Misty let out a sigh so heavy it shook her shoulders. When Tammy awoke, the pain was sharp, but not unbearable. Her abdomen was tightly wrapped in surgical bandages, the skin beneath now smooth and taut for the first time in decades. Nurses buzzed around her, checking vitals and offering ice chips. Then came the mirror. Tammy hesitated. Her breath caught in her throat. The nurse rolled it closer. "You don't have to," she said gently. But Tammy nodded. "I do." What she saw wasn't perfection. It was a roadmap of scars of survival. Her belly was flat, not cosmetically, but flat in a way that no longer weighed her down. Her eyes welled with tears. "That's me," she whispered. "That's me now." Over the next few days, Tammy took short walks down the hall, each step more confident than the last. Her pain was real, but her motivation louder. Amy brought her pictures of the boys, and Chris kept the jokes coming. "Soon you'll be able to fit in my pants," he teased. Tammy laughed, wincing slightly but glowing. The next TLC episode teased what was to come. Tammy's return home, her emotional reunion with her extended family, and the hard, honest look at healing, not just the physical, but the emotional transformation of someone who had once given up hope. In a final confessional, Tammy looked straight into the camera, her voice raspy but proud. "I used to hide from mirrors, from people, from life. But now I'm looking straight at all of it. This ain't just skin I lost. This was pain. This was shame. This was all the lies I told myself that I wasn't worth it. But I am worth it. And I ain't done yet. And as the screen faded to black, fans across the country wiped tears from their eyes, silently cheering a woman who fought not just to live, but to love the life she now had. Tammy Slaton was no longer just a star of a show. She was a survivor, a sister, and finally free.